How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now today I want to go over something a little bit different. We're going to go over onto Steam, and we have 70 reviews on NASCAR E5. Obviously not one of the more popular games, not like 1,000 reviews on Metacritic or something, but I wanted to see what some of the reviews are on different websites. I'm going to use Steam for now, see if there's any other websites I could use. And what do you guys think of the game? Also, if you guys did not know, today the update, one of the patches for the game came out today. So here is what was put into the game with the patch notes and the fixes, and you'll see one thing that I will actually ask you guys for advice on because I've been waiting for it. The reason why I've not started a custom championship season is because I wanted this edition to go in, which is we allow tracks in any series now. So you could go to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park or Gateway or whatever track that's in the game that the Cup Series doesn't currently go to. You can actually put in the Cup schedule. So that is where I turn it over to you guys. Where if you go follow me on Twitter, you could send me a tweet. I'll have a tweet out as well saying please send me like your custom schedule with all the tracks used, and hopefully I'll take some inspiration from them. Maybe I'll even just use one of them, and we're gonna do that custom championship season with all those tracks. But what was added was Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the Xfinity Series. He's now in the game. The Bubba Wallace Sunoco scheme, a 2020 revised schedule to championship mode. So if you wanted to race the current schedule that is on, except for Daytona Road Course, obviously there's reasons why that's not in the game. They weren't planning at all to put Daytona Road Course in, so that's going to take a while. If they ever do get it in, I don't know if they will, but that's going to take a little bit of time. 2 new custom paint schemes, 3 new custom fonts, more logos, and custom car, custom driver, new challengers, and Team Penske E, the NASCAR Pro Heat League driver schemes. Now to the fixes, which I was very interested in, an issue that caused users to be able to select Tony Stewart's scheme in career, updated career, so DLC cash will work in full career, trophies that had outdated logos on them. That was like the NASCAR Heat 4 trophies for some reason. That's just unacceptable why that was still in the game, but unfinished, like I said. Trophies, outdated, adjusted DNF parameters. I don't know how that is until I actually play the game a little bit more. Apparently DNFs are really hard to even achieve, so we'll see what goes on there. Updated custom championship to allow tracks in any series. That's the biggest one for me because that now allows me to do what I want to do in the custom championship. Updated a restart zone art at New Hampshire, updated track art at the Roval, updated victory scene background in Chicago, fixed various text issues through our online challenges in the options menu, updated incorrect driver names, fixed mismatching online custom car numbers, updated Kyle Busch Xfinity pit equipment, updated some Pro League drivers, updated the dirt track to Fanatec Fairgrounds, updated drivers paint schemes, updated incorrect Trek Series teams descriptions, logos in dirt career, and driver select categories. And they also removed the spectator ticker, which is undergoing some development, and they removed the motorist and speed digital logos, replaced with the 7-4 games logos. So unfortunately, this does not include the rim glitch, where if you're in a custom car, it's just yellow. The white numbers are just gray. And some other, the Homestead bug, which is the Homestead just looks ridiculous on the PS4 or PC at the moment, with it being so just wrong in terms of lighting. But at least there's some stuff here that we're getting to work on. And again, this is just my belief is this game should have never came out in July. It should have came out in September. I think by September you will see all these issues fixed, maybe even earlier, probably late July, early August, hopefully. And it's just my belief, I don't understand why they wanted to get it out so early. Obviously, they want to work on the next game that's going to have a completely different engine, and I know a lot of the team is most likely working on that already. So that's definitely the focus, but hopefully this doesn't happen again in the future, because if there's one thing I hate, I can't think of something I hate more than unfinished games. You deal with EA Sports all the time when they release unfinished games like FIFA and Madden, and even Anthem was unfinished at release. So hopefully they get that fixed up, and so we'll continue on. So now let's get into the main part of the video, which is the reviews for NASCAR 85. So we have 70 of them that are currently mixed. We have some recommended, some not recommended, some negative, some positive, whatever, and I just want to see what everyone else thinks. I like to see. I already know what I'm going to see most likely, which is NASCAR Heat 4.5 or something like that. Which, to be fair, I kind of agree with, and to be fair, the developers kind of admitted to. So I'm expecting that, and so let's go to. I guess this is the most helpful reviews overall. So 54 people find this one helpful, 7 people found this review funny. That's actually the main review, so let's read it. 704 Games was honest with us. This game is pretty much a copy-paste of Heat 4 with a few quality of life improvements. This is so the team has 18 plus months to work on Heat 6. where they will be more or less be rebuilding the game from the ground up on a new engine, knowing that if you want to support 704 games, buy this game. If you don't care about that and want a solid NASCAR game for cheaper, buy Heat 4. And yeah, I would say that's a pretty good review. I don't know about buying Heat 4 because let's look at what the Heat 4 price is actually. NASCAR Heat 4 has a 9 out of 10 on Steam. Wow. That's okay. That's actually incredibly impressive with 723 reviews and most of them being very positive. I kind of forget like the launch of this game was actually definitely like this was NASCAR 84 with the updated graphics and the physics and everything was definitely a big change, and yeah, they seems like they did a really good job here in terms of that. $20 for NASCAR Heat 4. So it's cheaper than I thought. I thought it was like somewhere around 30 or 40. But yeah, you know what? I agree with that. I did say buy Heat 5 to support the developers, but again, if you don't want to do that and if you don't care about online racing, I agree. You could buy Heat 4. You're still technically supporting the developers by buying one of their games. So yeah, I agree with that. Now, the 18 months is not confirmed. That's what I'm hoping. I personally, I do not want to see Heat 6 in July of next year. If I see that, I'm highly worried. In a perfect scenario, I would prefer the next Heat game to come in February of 2022. To release it at the start of the NASCAR season, you have, like this person said, 18 to 20 months to work on a next-gen version of the game to really ground out everything you want in there. Will they be able to do that? I don't know. I think you're either going to see it in September of next year, or if, they take their time, which I really hope, if the money allows them, that they could do February of 2022. But we'll see how that goes. This is a long review. Okay, so give this game a chance. At a glance, it looks like a copy and paste, but try playing this for an hour and go back to Heat 4. You will see and feel a significant difference. Several tracks were improved both visually and on how they drive. On top of that, the AI have been improved in a bit, providing the most fun single-player racing I've seen in a Heat game. I honestly barely played single-player in Heat 4, but I'm enjoying it a lot more now. Another great thing is the new custom car options. Sure, it's no paint booth, but to me it's more satisfactory for the most part, and they will be adding more templates via DLC. Custom season and championship mode are also awesome, though sadly you can't put that's changed, yeah, so you can go to Road America now, so that's good. At the moment, there are a lot of glitches. Apparently, they are a small team that didn't even play test the game. That I agree with. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that's not good, but at least they're listening to bug reports and releasing patches. Hopefully, all the bugs will be patched soon, and some of them already were. If you're turned off by the glitches, just give it time, because I think once we get a few more patches, this game will be, without a doubt, better than Heat 4. If you look past all the glitches and dumb mistakes and oversights, you will enjoy the game a lot more. Look at the most important part of the game, the driving. You can't tell unless you play it, but it's undoubtedly better, or undeniably better than Heat 4. Now, I don't have an opinion on the driving, because I never played Heat 4 on a wheel. I'm playing Heat 5 on a wheel, which makes it very different for me. If I go back on a controller and I play Heat 5 versus Heat 4, I think there is a slight difference, but it's really not a lot. I mean, it doesn't feel that different. I wouldn't say it's undeniably better. I think at certain tracks, it feels a little bit different, but I wouldn't say that it's better than Heat 4. I would say it's slightly improved, I guess. But, I mean, racing on a wheel for me changes a lot of the things. But I also agree with this review. A lot of the tracks were visually improved. I know the Charlotte Roval looks a lot better on Heat 5. It looks just very up-to-date. So I like that. I think Atlanta Auto Club, they look pretty good as well. I haven't been to a lot of the tracks still. I haven't been because, I'm in career mode right now, so I haven't been to a lot of tracks. But, yeah, I would agree with this review. All right, before we go to those two positive ones, I want to go to one of the negative ones. You can see the negative ones are actually really short. So let's just knock these out here. 13 people found it helpful. 11 people found it helpful. So some people find this helpful. So it's a copy of NH4 with some new paint jobs and schedule changes. When you win all the trophy cutscenes have NASCAR 84. That is now fixed. But yeah, when I saw that, that's ridiculous. It should have been just a DLC for Heat 4. $70 for this game is a ripoff. You could definitely say that. $70 for this game. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. Overpriced reskin of Heat 4, new features aren't worth it. I had it refunded. And again, yeah, I mean, I think with every not recommended review, and the most complaint is it's the same as Heat 4. The devs did say, not just to me, but to everyone, like, they didn't market new features. They didn't really try to come out and say, like, this is completely different. They kind of knew, and I think they tried to pass that along. So if you want to say that the massive complaint is a copy of NH4, it's true. But they weren't really lying to you. I mean, I wasn't lying to you. That's exactly what I said in my previews. I was like, guys, this is insanely similar to NASCAR Heat 4. If you like Heat 4, you'll like Heat 5. I didn't know about all the glitches at that point, and the mistakes there. So that if I knew about that kind of stuff, then yeah, I would definitely have changed my opinion a little bit. But when they get those bugs and glitches fixed, if you like Heat 4, you're going to like Heat 5. I think Heat 5 would be a little bit better just by the features, like the custom championship season. That's a big deal. So, yeah, I would say it's better. But, at the moment, too many glitches. All right, let's go back to this. This is a pre-release review. No, they played it on July 9th. They just had the gold edition. Whatever. Okay, so up front and telling us it was a reskin with a few new features, improved lighting, but nothing drastic. I have no issue with it because it's basically a great game, just like Heat 4. Basically, because it basically is Heat 4. They're making a new engine next year and supposedly making big improvements. And so I'm hoping putting my money towards this will pay off. Next year, helping a smaller size team make a huge step forward. It may not be a really new game, but it's still fun like Heat 4. I get why people are upset, but it's exactly what the devs came out and said. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what the devs can't literally come out and say, hey, it's a reskin. They try to market it as much as they can, but they give you the hints like, all right, there's not a lot different here in the Q&As and the streams and everything. So, yeah, and the new engine, that's all true. Hopefully that's what the team's working on. Another positive one, this is not a so perfect game that's very similar to Heat 4. It doesn't make it the worst game ever. Trying hard to release a quality NASCAR game and going to do a new game engine. Buy the game, you're supporting the devs to hopefully craft an even better game next year. Enjoy it for what it is. It looks pretty good. It drives fine. Yes, it has issues that need to be fixed. That's the biggest thing is like NASCAR Heat 4 is I said it was a good game, and looking at the reviews just flat from last year, a lot of people enjoyed the game. It's just because that game is, was very new and this game isn't. Yeah, you don't want that scenario of EA Sports and FIFA where you just release the same game every single year and it's just really, really frustrating. You don't want that. So, yeah, I agree with this. We're going to look back on this next year whenever the Heat 6 comes out, and if they call it that, and you will see if it's worth it, because that game is going to be the biggest game in the franchise's history. And it's going to make or break a lot because a lot of people, including myself, were relying on them to give us a good game then, which is why I keep stressing, if it has to wait, let it wait. Like, you don't have to rush out that game, especially on next gen. Next gen games, guys, they usually, for the first one, specifically in sports games, are not always the best across the board. The development teams usually have to learn a lot of what's the new features and how they can reprogram it. Knowing that these guys are going to a new engine, I'm slightly worried if they try getting a game out pretty early next year in like June or July. I'm worried about that. Unless they've been working on it for a very long time and they've been working on it for like 6-7 months already without us knowing, then I would understand that release over there. But if not, then yeah, I want that definitely pushed back. Well, we got a SAT essay over here. Look at this. Wow. So much. All right. Driving is better than Heat 4, which is plus. I wish I could say it's better than Heat 4 because I truly don't know. I have to go back and play Heat 4 on a wheel, to be honest, just to do anything like that. Annoying bug for hood view that made the AI engine sounds cut in and out after a restart. You can remove the steering wheel now, but being without able to change the FOV, that's not really a big win. Yeah, I agree. You have to change the FOV in the cockpit for that to be anything. It's basically Heat 4, but slightly better. I noticed racing against AI on Legend difficulty, they try to tend to block more now instead of giving an easy inside pass. They do block a little bit more. I would say the AI is also a little bit better, yes. The biggest letdown is the career. It's the same as Heat 4. I agree. You could be the best driver in the world, but if your car is a 90 out of 100 on Legend, then good luck placing first. That's true. Although, to be fair, I had a 4-star ride on Legend difficulty, and I almost won at Atlanta. So, severe imbalance in the career mode, and at the end of the day, if you're an experienced driver, you'll probably have more fun with season mode and 105 difficulty. I'm about to start that, so yes. I find it more interesting as well if we were able to hire not only my crew, but another driver or teammate as well, or go beyond that. Yeah, don't compare this game to F1 2020. this game's nowhere even close. So, yeah, don't do that. I recommend the game, but only if you're going to spend a lot of time with it. If you and your buddies enjoy 4 and play once in a while, I wouldn't suggest getting this. That's a big thing. So, for example, when I buy FIFA every year, I do buy FIFA every year. I bought, FIFA 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to buy 21. And the main reason why I buy FIFA every year is because of my friends. We play pro clubs. I don't really play much of the rest I don't play Ultimate Team on FIFA. Career mode, they just completely don't care about. So we play pro clubs a lot. And that's the biggest thing. If you and your friends are going to Heat 5 and everyone's going to Heat 5, then you kind of have to go to Heat 5. That's how you're going to enjoy the game. But if you and your friends stay on Heat 4, the problem is everyone else goes to Heat 5. So if you go back on Heat 4 and you try racing multiplayer right now, if you and your friends you want to go and race, if it's just you and your friends, you could do that. But if you want to race with other people, it doesn't make it as easy. So that's a big difference there. And that's one of the things that sports games have kind of relied on, is just as a social group, you move on, you go to go your friends to the next game and that. So that's up to you guys whether you want to do that or not. Copy and paste game for more money. I'm amazed how we all thought this was going to be a copy and paste, and this is what we got. 704 Developers had to do was copy and paste, update some logos. They still managed to get it wrong. Game breaking crashes. Heat 4 logo still ever present. A couple new features that no one will use. Logo pending on some drivers. I don't know what that means. Logo pending? I don't know. No quality control whatsoever. Pathetic, just pathetic top to bottom. I'm sick of losing wins because the game crashes. I haven't had the game crash on me yet. I've seen this thing of people saying the game crashes a lot. I've played this game a lot, and the game doesn't crash on me. I've never had it crash on me. So I don't know where that comes from, but I've seen it from a lot of people. So, it is what it is. All they care about is their small esports league that a grand total of 50 people watch. I'll admit, I don't watch the esports either, so I can't lie there. Whoa, I just went to browse all reviews, and we have a, what is this? Oh, wow. Wow. This is large. I gotta zoom in here. Let's see. So this is just a reskin, a $70 reskin, and a really bad one at that. If you already own Heat 4, don't buy this game. There's no reason at all to purchase this game. It's the same game. That being said, Heat 4 isn't a bad game. It's actually the first Heat game that is pretty good. So this one being nearly exact the same is also pretty good, but not as good as Heat 4. Somehow some takebacks are in the menu and the game is really lame. I enjoyed the video menu showing wrecks and people and such start at Heat 2, so now to have just a car that randomly changes in an empty room is pretty lame. I agree with that. I don't know why that was done. Yeah, I agree that the menu screen, I don't really care about the menu screen because obviously as a content creator, one, I always have the music off because I can't get copyrighted, so I never hear the music. I never hear the soundtracks on these games. And so it was nice to have something in the background when I'm just on the menu screen. So yeah, that's I agree with that. I don't know why the menu screen is just a car that changes. I have no idea. Randomly changing no effects. Along with the start screen, just NASCAR E5 with confetti still seems to have the same issues Heat 4 had. Only thing I tell that is actually new is the eNASCAR drivers, Tony Stewart. Speaking of the Cup Series, the model field of Gordon and Antonio wrong. Tony is some young 17-year-old looking guy. I don't know that. And Jeff Gordon is Bubba Wallace. What? I have to go look at that. I have to go see. I have to look at that. That's weird. Missing textures at Pocono, the game not giving 1 point. Why'd you put a K at the end? Because I was thinking that's 125,000. 1.25 million for career. I got that for career, so I don't know, why that happened there. It does have a nice soundtrack. Sadly, I can't listen to. But overall, if you have Heat 4 or any down to Heat 2 for that matter, avoid this game. So yeah, that's the other part of the review. I say buy it to support the developers. You guys, a lot of you guys say don't buy it at all. I actually agree with the top review saying if you've never played Heat 4 and buy Heat 4, but I think a lot of people that play this game already have Heat 4. So, hey, it depends on one, how much money you have to spend. If you have a ton of money and you don't care that much, like you could just blow some of it to support, like sure, you could support, but a lot of us are not in that position, including myself. So like you can't really do that. So I agree. Depends on how you like the game, to be honest. So yeah, it's worse than Heat 1 in terms... No. Okay. Now this entire review has lost its credibility. If you say it's worse than Heat 1, Heat Evolution's the worst game I've ever played in my life. This game doesn't even come close to Heat Evolution. So this... I'm sorry. Now, no. This review, this lost all its credibility right there. I'm sorry, man. That sucks to suck, but you're wrong there. The constant bugs and glitches in career mode make the game unnecessarily frustrating and exhausting to try to work around. On top of that, the game seems to crash and freeze up a lot more than the 4. Where is this crashing coming from? I've never had my game crash. I really don't know what's going on there. So, yeah, that's weird. I really don't know where that's coming from. Like again, look at this. Within the first 2 hours, the game crashed twice. Multiple texture problems. Again, this is all before the patches, so take that into account from July 10th. Multiple texture problems, missing a wall, it's custom cars. Yep, that's true. Series of the game still has the flickering audio issues. Yes, that was true as well. Let's see. In terms of graphics and gameplay, it's a huge step up from 3, the most recent hit games. But overall, I feel like this game comes close, yet falls in certain aspects. If you expect more from a series game, I'll wait. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't, like I've been saying, I don't know where the crashing is coming from, but that is true. This game is to be expected. Some same as last year with a few minor changes, some improved and some downgraded from last year. What was downgraded? I don't really know about that. Devs have been really lazy with the franchise series with copy and paste from last year, which would be okay if they would actually listen to the community and add what customers are wanting and just not do what will make them money. I can see a lot of refunds from this game in the next few days after everyone is able to download the pre-ordered game. The main menu isn't even fully functional. I can't get to the option menu to change sound volumes, graphics, or anything else. They need to send out a major overhaul patch. I don't know what he means by I can't get in the options menu. They did when they changed, when they updated. I think he meant I think he has a wheel. With a wheel, yeah, you can't get into the option menu. Now you can. They made that change in the first patch that came out just a few days after the game. I think it was was it a week? A week after the game. I think one thing that, you could criticize the devs all you want. You guys know I criticize them all the time too. But when they say the devs have been really lazy with this franchise, with copy and paste from last year. From Heat 1 to Heat 4, the improvements were crazy, especially with a very small team on a year in, year out release. They did very well. So I definitely wouldn't say they're lazy. Now, if they would actually listen to the community, that's the thing. They are listening to the community, which is why they're working on the new game engine. I think when they were making this game and they knew it was coming to the end of the current gen cycle on PS4 and Xbox, they knew that they just couldn't really push Unity as much as they could. Once they updated the graphics and the visuals and the physics as much as they really could, that was pretty much it. And now they have to go to that new game engine. So I definitely wouldn't say they're lazy, but again, everything I say is based off of Heat 6, and Heat 6 has to basically, prove itself. Whoa, this guy gives like dashes and everything. Incredible. Steam review. Positives. AI has improved a good amount. I have to do more with the AI. I think because you can customize the AI so much that, maybe this person has a completely different settings than I have with the AI. So, which again, I very much like. I very much like that you can customize the AI that much. It's definitely the strongest point of the Heat series of the AI. So, I can't really tell how much of an improvement they are from Heat 4. I didn't play Heat 4 a ton. But, yeah, I definitely would say that is improved. Both games are easy to see the difference. The AI in Heat 4 dive bomb you and try to squeeze into gaps. Heat 5, they race a lot more clean. Heat 4, they did dive bomb a lot. In Heat 5, they have a very good general awareness, I would say. So, yeah, I agree. The ability to DNF his career mode is nice to have. But, again, it's not really there at the moment. It's great that we can now run a custom season with no playoffs. That is my favorite part of this game. Yep, I definitely don't want to do that, and I will, coming soon. Always nice having updated roster and paint schemes. Problem is, the paint schemes, there's literally only one paint scheme per driver. It's kind of ridiculous. The handling of the car is exactly the same as Heat 4, which isn't to say the driving is bad, but there's room for improvement. I agree. Menus look much worse. I agree. Graphics have not improved at all. There's a little change to lighting, but I would also agree. I would say it didn't really improve. You can only put that's changed. Yeah, so that's better now. I'm giving this game a thumbs up because in the end it is the best NASCAR game we've seen this past best NASCAR game we've seen this past decade. I would have to disagree. I would say Inside Line is the better game. NASCAR, the game Inside Line from 2013 with Technics. Yes, the online multiplayer was very buggy, but in terms of tire wear and racing and stuff like that, Inside Line is definitely better. I see the same thing in all the negative reviews. Heat 5 is just Heat 4.1. I think if I go through all the negative reviews, all they did was delete 4 and replace it with 5. Well, okay, game keeps crashing. Is there anything else? All right, game keeps crashing. Let's get. I want to see more negative reviews. Instability of the game is not worth anything. Single player online are a joke. FPS drops all the time, no matter your game mode. Kind of thing. Yeah, wasting my money. Let's see. I don't have any instability. Ever since I upgraded my GPU, I have no problem with it. My GPU was horrible, and not just with Heat games, with everything. So that was easy. Let's see. Let me guess. This one's gonna have a Heat 5 to Heat 4 thing. What's new? Yeah, I know. We made the game AI cheat even more blatantly than last year. We made it bug. How do they cheat? I don't know what that means. They have seemingly boosted the power of RNG and made it to where it seems the game will cheat to get its way. Pass the car for the lead. The game gives you the AI 30 mile. What game mode are you on? I remember Heat Evolution having this. They had the what is it? The rubber banding effect. I've never passed the leader, and they get a 30 mph gain. What game are you playing? I'm so confused. Reckon you still pass the speed? I don't know. This guy goes back to playing the Heat 4. What? Kind of weird there, buddy. Kind of weird. I'm gonna bet is just copy Heat 4. Yes. I figured since the new generation of consoles is around the corner and the devs are ditching the Unity engine next year, they'd take it easy on terms of new features. Turns out I was completely right. It's just a copy of Heat 4. Only difference is the laser main menu, and my boy chases the coverage. This doesn't really sound like it's a negative review. It's like, I kind of expected them to do this, and I was right, but I'm gonna give it a not recommended. It's kind of like, well, you expected it. Do you like it or not? I'm kind of confused on that part. Okay. Whoa. Guys, I don't really want to read all this. It's a positive review, but I don't really want to read all of this. 39 hours in the last two. Wow, this person plays this game a lot. Okay, so they updated their review too on July 15th. Oh my. You know what? I guess I'll skim through it a little bit cuz I get that. Listen, for Nats, you can't fault their passion about the game. I mean, I've never written a review about this game. Holy crap! They put it in paragraph form, full essay format, like you're in AP English in high school. Oh my god. Let's see. Overall, I feel like it is a fun in terms of NASCAR. Okay, I'm just gonna try to skim through it. I like the way you guys could read it along as well. You could build rivals bumping it, insulting. It makes it. Some of the car graphics menus are rather low and distinct. That's true. That's actually very true. The car graphics and the menus, they have some sort of low res thing. It's not like Heat 4. They're lower res. I don't know why. The main menu screen in this game is not good. I don't know what happened there, but it's definitely not good. The mirror is really pixelated. Don't know about that. They could do with improving the graphics generally, but supposedly it's going to be done the next game. That's true. Hopefully they pick Unreal or Madness. What's the Madness engine? I'm going to look that up. Oh, that's from Slightly Mad Studios. Is that the Project Cars game? It is from Project Cars. I was never a big fan of Project Cars. Very good graphics. And I would also say pretty good physics, but terrible AI. Absolutely horrible. I don't think they're going to go to Madness. I also don't think they're going to go to Unreal. I personally don't know what they're going to do. I would like Unreal, but knowing that a lot of the guys came from Codemasters, knowing that Motorsport Games apparently has something working in Russia for all their games, maybe a game engine, maybe it might be a custom game, I have no idea. So we don't know. No weather, no apparent lighting changes throughout a race, no clouds moving, no sun moving, complete. This is all Unity engine, yeah. So if it's night race on the circuit, it'll always be a night race. This is a Unity engine thing. If you guys actually go play, I know a lot of you guys aren't golfers, but if you go play the Golf Club, right? The Golf Club is also a sports game on the Unity engine. They don't have dynamic lighting, or the clouds don't change or something. That's just something about the Unity engine that, unless you put a lot of time into it, I think, it's just not there. So it is what it is. Every game I ever play on Unity engine has terrible graphics anyways. I hate the Unity engine so much. It really makes me mad. Have I said that enough? I absolutely hate it to bits. Field of view and the external views in this game. As viewing game through a 20mm wide angle lens, cars are going past you, distorted. I don't know about that. False sense of distance. Notice the bonnet. Wow, this person knows every part of this game. Bonnet and rooftop views are exactly the same height from the track. I would rather see. Okay, I started playing at 98% one-off races, no assists. Extra diving, the trap 5. That was too high. You play this game for 40 hours and 105 is too high for you? Ah, come on. Why you gotta be like that? Reason career only has 4 difficulties, hard, so the difference between these is very large. I agree with that. Normal is too easy. Hard's probably too easy. Legend too hard, yeah. AI is fairly sensible. True. They try to avoid crashes. True. Do make mistakes. True. Never damaged enough to drop out of a race. No, they drop out of a race a lot. Most of my career races, there's like in the Cup Series, like 3 or 4 drivers that drop out. Pit stops seem to fix everything. Yeah, that still makes me mad. I don't know if that's a game engine thing or what, but yeah, I wish that wouldn't happen. Didn't see any evidence of DNF for the player. That's true. Some people have said it's not working properly. That's true. Hopefully this will get sorted soon. Damage types could do improve. At the moment, it only seems to be aero damage and blown burst tires. Regarding wheel control, the person drives on a wheel. They got it good, okay. Very little sense of force feedback. That's a lie to me. When I put the Fanatec wheel on, I had a lot of force feedback, so I don't know about that. Sound is okay when you can hear the wind draft. Not much has changed from Heat 4, from being honest. I would not recommend buying this game if you already own that game, unless you are a NASCAR fanatic and must have the latest game. There are improvements in this game over that one, but they are quite minor. AI driving ability, stats, private testing, slight graphics improvements. The best one is being able to choose your own tracks for a custom championship. That is true. I like that the racing is done in stages, so if you drive badly in one, you can still recover. Nah, I take that off. It's frustrating. There's no ability to save in between sessions. That's true. Can you save in the golf club in the middle of a match? I think you can. Yeah, so that is something is possible in the Unity engine. I would agree. If I would like a save in between sessions. F1 has that. I would like that. Regarding bugs, I haven't experienced any crashes, screen freezing, good fun recreation. This, for a person that's played the game for 40 hours, I think they got pretty much everything spot on here. This is probably the best review I'm going to read, to be honest. They touched on pretty much everything. And I agree with that. I don't think you're going to, if you see someone come out and say, this game is absolutely phenomenal and I love it, it's so much better than Heat 4, that's a lie. To be honest, I don't see how you could say it's so much better than Heat 4. It's absolutely phenomenal. You could obviously have that opinion, just like if someone absolutely hates the game and says it's worse than Heat 1, you can definitely have the opinion of it's way better than Heat 4 and the best game ever. I mean, both are just completely ludicrous and stupid. So, they could be on opposite sides, but if you're somewhere in the middle of that, and whether you're positive or negative on it, I agree with that. So, guys, I know there's a lot more reviews here, a lot more of the positive ones, and product refunded. Oh my, you hate to see it. But in most in most reviews, like in this game, perfect, and it was very similar to last game, which is fine, but consider the circumstances the developers are forced to deal with. Motorsport Games threw 7 or 4 under the bus by cutting everyone. That's not true. I don't think that's true. They did not cut everyone that worked on 4. They did make them make a game with less than a year's time, which was required due to the contract with NASCAR. That's true. If the contract with NASCAR made them release it before September, then I'll understand that. But if Motorsport Games said, "Oh, we got to get this out in June or July," I don't know about that. So we'll see what they do there. I know they have to get money in, but still, I still don't agree with it. The racing is a blast. If you like any form of racing, the game is for you. DLC will add over 100 new schemes for only $20. Problem is, it's today, July 21st. Game came out 2 weeks ago, and there's still no paint schemes coming in. I'm not a fan of this whole season pass with the paint schemes thing. I know they've been doing it. It's a model that they use. It brings in a lot of money. It's modern day. I get it. You can't just put all the paint schemes in at the start of the game. With anything cosmetic nowadays, you put that in some sort of DLC in all games. Cosmetic, something you'll pay for. I also agree when it comes to microtransactions, the only thing that should be in under microtransactions is cosmetic. Design stuff, nothing that actually makes you better at the game. But the problem is, it's been 2 weeks. We need some sort of season. When you bring in a season pass, there has to be some sort of like a Call of Duty season 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a tier list, right? F1 has this now. Call of Duty has it. A lot of games have it. You have these tier lists where the more you play the game, the more things you unlock in terms of what paint schemes, or for your driver, custom suits, custom gloves, whatever. That stuff has to come in. That stuff needs to be in this game, because at least if you can buy the season pass, get all that stuff, and the extra stuff that's coming. But for everyone who doesn't buy the season pass, let them play the game and let them get some stuff based on how much they play. So that's my opinion. And I think I'm going to end it there. This has been a very long video. There's still more reviews we have to get through, but I'm going to end it there. I think we read enough reviews, enough negative ones, enough positive ones. I'm actually towards the end here. I think, no, I have so much more to go. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. Well, if you guys want a part 2, I know exactly where I left off pretty much. If you guys want a part 2 and want me to go through the rest of the reviews, let me know. Hit the like button. Comment down below letting me know. But other than that, I'm going to end it there. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, smash it so I can see if you guys really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit different video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. I'll be sending out a tweet about the custom championship season. Please send me your custom schedules, guys. With the one thing I need is every track that is not in the Cup Series that is on the game has to be in the schedule. So Road America, Gateway, Iowa, Canadian Tire, Motorsport, Raceway Park, whatever. All those tracks, they all have to be in the schedule. So that is one of the requirements. So I will see you guys later. Hope you're having a great day. Subscribe if you're new. Take care of yourselves, and peace out.